Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Podcasts from the Pit. I'm Casey.
I'm Eric.
And I'm Ronnie. I promised I'd do it this time, and I did it.
Yes, you did. Yep.
Yeah. Yeehaw.
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 Yeah, I just want to start by wishing, hope everybody had a great holiday. I know Beta Ray Bob says that here. It's always good to see Bob.
Yep. Bob's a good dude. He's good
Very
people.
good dude. And Joe Hunter, 73. What's up?
Very lucky.
Yes,
Very
sir.
lucky. My good
What's up,
sticker.
Lowe's? Campbell, hey, how you doing?
Oh,
Hey, Campbell.
this is the middle of the night for Campbell. I thought it was the middle of the night for me. It is the middle of the night for Campbell. The middle of the night. It's more
I don't
middle of the
think
night
Campbell's-
than it is for me.
I don't think Campbell sleeps.
Yeah. Good morning, Phil. How are you?
Hey, Phil.
Domo arigatou gozaimasu for joining us.
Howdy.
G.I. Jokers, what's up?
Morning, Jokers.
Lilith, hey, how are you?
Hey, Lilith.
And Kiwi says it's 2 a.m. That's not bad. I mean, I'm always asleep at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
But I'm
Sometimes
old.
I am. I struggle going to sleep, so I might go to bed at 10 and it'll be 2 before I finally doze off.
Dusty wants to say hello.
Hey, Dusty.
What's up, Dusty? And Campbell says smash that like button. Thank you,
Thank you,
Campbell.
Campbell.
Indeed. Cha-ching.
So the only thing that I have for show and tell is I got a new shirt, RoboSkull.
Dig it.
Oh, wait.
Beautiful.
And also, I don't know if you guys could tell, I got a new camera,
Looks good.
new light
Oh, yeah.
system.
Yep.
And I'm looking at a big monitor instead of my little laptop. So,
Beautiful.
That's good.
yeah, very happy. My wife did me good for Christmas. Everything on my list. Well, she forgot to buy one thing, so I bought that the day after. The chat is going fast. I go to click on something and it's something else.
Wreck ship.
Holy wreck ship.
The wreck
Hello,
ship.
mate. Getting ready to be snowed in this weekend.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
Yeah.
We hit 100 degrees in the old measure today, so it's pretty warm in this room, lads.
It is. I guess in your words, the old measure, it's 21 here.
I know we're looking at between 8 and 12 inches of snow
Yeah.
Sunday into Monday.
Yeah. Same here.
Unbelievable.
Not looking forward to it because they don't
No.
shut our work down for nothing.
Casey, Eric sent me some videos this morning of him driving through his neighborhood, and it was just a massive whiteout. I couldn't believe it. As someone who's never seen snow in my life, that sort of stuff's pretty hard to imagine.
Yeah. And that was the one part where I was like, yeehaw, I slid a little bit.
That's because the roads are like this. I just want you to know.
In West Virginia, it's illegal to have a straight road.
Yeah.
It's all wagon trails. Basically, in my area, it is just wagon trails.
Yeah.
Least path of resistance.
Fair enough.
So,
Yeah.
Hey, good morning, Matt.
Yes. A lot of tough figures. We were just talking about that. Some of them were included with some vehicles, and it's just good luck. But
yeah. So
we'll get there.
I hope everybody had a good Christmas. I was walking out to the truck one late Christmas Eve, and I seen this fat man in a red suit running through the yard. And I was like, no, sir, not this time. So I ran out there and I clotheslined him, and there was a tussle, and I had him crying like a little schoolgirl. Made him cry for my mama, which is pretty bad. And on his retreat, he dropped a letter, and I picked it up. So I will read said letter now. Dear Santa, The year is 1982. I just turned 9 years old this year. My and my family and I was walking through the town East Mall in Wichita, Kansas. We ventured into this toy store, and to my amazement, it wasn't Star Wars that noticed at first. It was this new toy line called G.I. Joe. For Christmas, I would like the G.I. Joe Vamp, Mobat, and G- G.I. Joe figures Stalker, Rock and Roll as well as the Ram. I'd also like the Imperial Base on Hoth and a few snow troopers. I believe I can have G.I. Joe fight the evil forces of the Empire. Thank you, Santa, and Merry Christmas from Joe Hunter 73, aka Wes.
That's a good one.
Yep. Good stuff.
I'm sorry, Phil. I'll have next time I see that fat man, I'll put him in a Cobra clutch.
Did you guys see Santa visited us on the Shark Eyes and Ronnie podcast shortly before
He
Christmas?
ran
I did.
off.
Yeah, I did.
He ran off before I got on there. He was scared. We had just tussled.
Yeah, we tried to stump him with some very Australian-focused questions, and he answered them very well. Better than we could have imagined as well. Actually taught us some things about Australia. So, yeah, it was fantastic.
Yeah, I seen he was talking about Somerton Beach, and I didn't know there was a Somerton Beach.
Neither did I. Well, I did, but had to be reminded of it by Eric, who joined us soon after.
Well, is that so? I'm going to ask a stupid question. Is that a beach or is that like a town?
It's a suburb. It's a suburb of Adelaide. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not, I suppose, known as a beach so much as a suburb. So yeah,
Okay,
Summerton Park is the suburb, and yeah, there's a beach in Summerton Park. So yeah.
Okay. Well, me and him watch the same podcast or listen to the same podcast. So.
Yeah. Do you guys want to see what I've managed to pick up in the last couple of weeks?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
First off, I've got a couple of comics in the mail. Got this one.
Heck yeah.
It's
Yeah, I
that
like that
issue
one.
number 33. That's an iconic cover, that one.
Mm-hmm.
That one's really
Is that a Mike Zack?
I don't know. I wish Adam was here. Adam can tell me things.
Adam would know, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, he would. Yeah, I'm not sure. And also got this one on Special Missions number 6, which was a purchase that was inspired by Adam. One of the first photographs he took for his Instagram account was a mimic of this particular cover. So yeah, everything's got a little bit of sentimental value to me, and that's the value there. Also, yesterday, I picked up this from a gentleman around the corner from me. Another puzzle. So I was going to Cobra Rattler on it, which brings my collection of puzzles now to 4.
Nice.
So these are the other 3 that I've got. This one.
Yeah.
I got this one. And
I've got all the boxes. I don't have any of the puzzles.
So these are all complete. These are all complete. Yeah, got all the pieces. So obviously too hot to go outside over the last couple of days. So I've been sitting here putting puzzles together.
Man, it's freezing here.
I also picked up one of these guys. So that's the HasLab Duke.
Nice.
So good friend of mine down here, Scotty Garvin, who's always in our chat on our podcasts. He sold that to me for a really, really good price. Nice. But just today, I've managed to pick up a lot that was selling at a pawn shop down the road from me, and I'm going to pick it up tomorrow morning. And I hope this works. I was going to try and share it if I could.
Yep.
100% agree, Bob. You ready?
So can you guys? Yeah, I'm ready. Can you guys see that on screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've forked out about 300 American for this lot. There's about 100 figures in this lot and a whole bunch of accessories. So I can't wait to go and grab it tomorrow and sift through it. As you can see, there's some Sky Patrol in there, which I'm looking forward to getting my hand on. There's a Cobra Commander there with a
Hose.
microphone.
I do not have that
Is that
Cobra
a
Commander.
Toxo Viper?
I
Really?
think
That
so.
is Deep Six, I believe.
Is it
Yeah, Deep
Six?
Six. That's right. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Deep Six. Yeah.
He's got that clear bubble helmet or
Yeah.
translucent bubble helmet.
I reckon he came with a dolphin or something.
Yeah.
There's a few other figures in here. So there's a 1994 sitting there. Good Tiger Force Psych out.
That's a
couple
nice
of
gung ho.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, yeah, that's a good gun. Know that one. There's Gyro Viper. There's a couple more gung hos in this one.
You got a Hydra Viper.
Yep. So that version 2 of Killhall, that's pretty cool. I love that too.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Marauder there with Beachhead, yep, with no crutch, of course. There's a Marauder there with thumbs though. Yeah.
Cool.
Which is good. A Shipwreck. That
light.
gung ho I've been looking for a while. Another Sky Patrol figure.
Nice Snake Eyes.
That the 89 jobby? Yeah, sure is. Yeah. And there's a few in here too. So an Iron Grenadiers, a Hooded Cobra Commander,
Flint,
Shockwave, a couple of Sergeant Slaughters, a Cutter.
Hit and Run.
Yeah. So there's a lot of good figures in here. I'm looking
Tiger
forward
Force
to sorting
Duke.
through.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, Tiger Force Duke. On this one, you got a Tiger Force Lifeline, Tiger Force Flint, a Snowstorm. That'll be my 13th Snowstorm. There's a lot of good figures in there. And then, of course, the General Flag on looks like the figures on card, but nothing else.
Yeah,
it's really interesting.
It's still cool.
Yeah, and then a whole bunch of accessories which we've got to sort through. So there's a Polly there with its feet.
Ooh.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Tunnel Rat satchel.
Yeah. Absolutely. There's a few bits that are sort of hard to find in here as well. So really looking forward to getting stuck into them. There's a few things that I needed to complete my Joes as well. So
you might have stuff to complete that Hydra Viper there.
Yeah, absolutely. His mask is there. Stingray's in here somewhere. The flippers.
Just mail me the mask.
Yeah. There's there's a Tunnel Rat backpack there with the torches, which is pretty amazing. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Dude, you hit a home run.
Yeah.
Storm Shadow.
Yeah, I think I've done okay. So, yeah, there's a few breather hoses in here, which always come in handy. A couple of those size for Ice Viper. There's another Poly, so there's a couple of Polys in there. I don't know what's going on there. A bit funny.
Morning, Gaz.
I've been I don't have Falcon's backpack, knife, or aerial, and I can't believe that the whole thing is sitting here in this. And as Spirit. I don't have Spirit with its feet, so I'll be looking forward to see whether Spirit's Freedom is the eagle. We'll love to see if Freedom's got some feet.
Looks like he's tilted up, so he may have it.
Yeah. Might be onto a good thing there, and then a whole bunch more accessories.
Wow.
So I've got some mucking around to do, boys.
Like a fun project.
Yeah, so it should be good fun.
Dirty dog.
Yeah. Sorry, boys.
It's all right.
But if there's anything there that you wanted, let me know. I'll put it aside for you.
Well, I got a Christmas haul here.
Oh yeah.
And I want to start with this. Good friend of the show and all around great dude, Ken from Toy Connections. He hooked me up with the backpack, the fins, and the Manta Ray from the Hydra Viper. And then my kind, compassionate, powerful, and beautiful wife hooked me up with this Slugger, complete.
Superb.
Absolutely complete. I need a new Thunder. He has torso issues. And then Mr. Joe Ricondo.
Hello, Joe.
He hooked me up with a
Little
ferret.
ferret.
It's not, man, the front wheels turn. I didn't know that. And then if you turn the steering wheel, the gun turns.
Oh, nice.
I know Gaz
I know
loves
that.
that Hydro Viper. And then Mr. Ricondo hooked me up with a buzz bore. It's not complete, but it's complete enough for me. Then he sent me a Fang. It needs some parts, but again, complete enough for me. Never had these as a child. And Cobras might have bats, but the Joes have a Cletus. And then Joe sent me something that is really got me going to be going down a rabbit hole now.
Really?
The blueprints for the Havoc. So I will be framing these blueprints, and I'm going to be going down a rabbit hole. I want to find like my favorite vehicles, and I'm going to be putting the blueprints together, putting them up on the wall.
I've got a few blueprints. I'm like you. I do love them. I think they're awesome.
Yeah. So that's my Christmas haul. Other than, my nephew got me a Triceratops. He said that Little Hillbilly needed a Triceratops to ride.
There's a challenge.
It would be get out of the way.
Kiwi's having a barbecue next week.
Yep.
It's a little chilly to do that here.
I wish I could say the same. It is stinking hot.
You don't want the snow though, so
no.
No, absolutely not.
So
that was a good Christmas, Eric. You've done well, mate. You've done really well.
Well, the Slugger I've had for a while, but I'm now officially allowed to handle it and like play with it because it was supposed to be a Christmas gift. I told her I was going to make her wrap it, and she said, "I'm not wrapping that stinking thing." And so it's been setting aside, me looking at it through glass like Garfield stuck to a window.
Cool. Yeah.
So I moved most of my Joe stuff across the room because I want to get my flag back out, and that's the best place to do it. Yep. So maybe in a couple of weeks I'll have this all turned, so I got Joe's behind me instead of Doctor Who and Motu and over here you can't see my Dime Novel Legends. They're awesome.
Yeah.
My Doctor Who is awesome.
You've got a massive Doctor Who collection. I dig that.
I do. I've got like 30 Cybermen.
Yeah. There's a lot of troop builders in that.
There is. Weeping Angels.
Yeah, I don't understand. I've seen the Angels. I don't understand those. So we'll have to talk about that at some point.
Yeah. We'll. Not on a G.I. Joe podcast, so sorry, guys.
Right. It's okay. It's all good.
As we go through our list, I don't know. I got mine from a book, and I didn't see a lot of winners in this one. Sorry, I don't want to offend a lot of 1994 fans. And look, there. Now I have somebody I could talk Doctor Who with. Thanks, Campbell.
There's a new podcast idea.
Yep.
Yeah. Actually wasn't a Doctor Who podcast for a little bit, but I had to stop doing
it. Ooh. That would be interesting.
Podcast from the phone box with the Daleks.
Yeah. But
So, go ahead,
I
Eric.
found quite a few figures in '94 that are must-haves for me. So
yes, Lois, I collect Doctor Who figures. I believe the company that puts them out is Character. I want to say Character Options, or something like that. But I actually have a Doctor Who store an hour from my house. That's nothing but Doctor Who.
Unreal.
And he gets all this stuff from England. And I talked to him last time I was in. He's going to start looking for Palatoy Action Force for me when he gets his lots. And I should be able to get them a lot cheaper that way than eBay.
Hey,
so
just remember, you have a slightly chubby, bald-headed friend in West Virginia.
Hey, if I get this stuff rolling in, all my friends can get them for the price I pay for
How
them.
good.
Okay. But it was a good Christmas, good New Year's also.
Campbell, I would love that. Anytime you want, just let me know.
Oh, I might as well. There you go, boys.
Gotta hydrate.
Yeah. Well, it's actually so cold. Where I'm at is kind of warm, but my feet are cold because it's a concrete floor. So I'm just trying to stay warm.
Yeah.
Yes. And I guess I believe we talked one time. Our favorite. I think we had the same favorite, like of the original Doctors, if I remember right. It was number 3.
Is that the dude with the long scarf?
It's 4.
Yeah.
I expelled all of my Doctor Who knowledge after Phone Box and Dalek. Sorry, boys.
Same here.
Hey, it's fine. It's not for everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the Doctor Who talk. Let's keep this rolling. Nobody will talk Doctor Who or G.I. Joe with me at work, except for Matt. And he refuses to talk Doctor Who because he's never watched an episode.
Okay. Tom Baker, that fro he had was like 3 miles wide.
Yeah. He still got it too. It's just all gray and white now.
Yeah. I'm surprised they don't bring some of the old doctors in and have them like do cameos and stuff in the shows.
Spoilers, they do.
Oh,
Campbell's just madly recruiting for his podcast in the chat.
Hey, it's a great podcast. If anybody has not subscribed, do so. Barry's podcast, amazing. Yeah. Same thing. Ronnie Trickshots. I always talk about Ronnie Trickshots. And I'm gonna go ahead and plug a friend, Chaplin's Assistant Motor Pod. He's moving, trying to do more stuff on YouTube. Please check him out. He is awesome. He sent me. Oh, I guess I don't have it out, but he sent me a Hiss 2 for Christmas. I never had a Hiss 2 before.
And I want to plug a friend, Shark Eyes Toy Reviews.
Yep.
And Ken at Toy Connections.
Yeah. Absolutely. He hit. Congrats to him. He just hit 10,000 subs.
Yeah.
And it shows all the work that he puts into it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. He's a documentary maker. He's unreal.
Oh yeah.
Stuff's very cool.
He's got some cool stuff in the works. So
very cool stuff.
Yeah. He's done
really well. I will say that his retrospective on Resolute was awesome. I had Gaz and podcasts from the
pit. Except for that one gal in there, he's about a jackleg. He's on there going, yeah. But
no, it was great.
Hey, Bob, I actually prefer Matt Smith over David Tennant, but it's like a 1A, 1B situation.
Everyone's arguing about their favorite Doctor Who.
Well, there's 15 to choose from.
I can't even name one.
Tom Baker's the only one I know.
Ooh. Was Billie Piper a doctor, or was she just an assistant?
She was a companion.
Oh, okay. All right. I wouldn't mind if Billie Piper was
my companion. Yeah. Just kidding. If my wife's watching, I'm just kidding.
I don't even know who that is. So.
Well, that's a shame, Eric.
She was the first companion when the reboot hit.
Yeah.
And she was awesome. She was a great character.
She's an English pop star.
Okay.
Oh, is she? I didn't think she sang.
Yeah, she did. Yep. And then she was in a TV show called Diary of a Cool Girl or something, I reckon.
Oh, Callie Monique was on not too long the other day on one of the New Year's Eve shows.
Yes, she is.
Absolutely. Because the chat's going nuts. How do you keep up, Casey?
It is hard. I love it though.
Yeah.
The chat is always so awesome. Full of nothing but really good people. It's great. All right, so we're 27 minutes in. We should probably start our list.
Yep,
absolutely.
So I'll start with my number 3 on the vehicles, and this is one
vehicles.
Yeehaw.
On the vehicles.
On the get her to where you're supposed to be things. My number 3, I would possibly buy this if I ever seen it.
Mm-hmm.
The Manta Ray.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
There's something about it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Joe Hunter, I found your letter.
There we go. Podcast from the TARDIS.
Yeah. Is that what they call those phone boxes?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. No worries.
But if I'd see that, I would probably buy that just for the fact that it looks like a rescue raft. The bright green reminds me of something like whenever these ships go down or whatever, and they have the rescue rafts for the people to crawl into.
Yep.
It reminds me of that. So I'd probably.
It's a rubber ducky. What do they call them? Zodiac.
Yeah.
Zodiac. Yeah.
Now, if it was a different green, that'd be killer. If it's a different green. So.
It was 1994, though.
Yeah.
And Lilith is correct. It's a police box, not a phone box.
Okay. I don't know the differences.
Oh, okay. All right. No worries.
So, what you got, Ronnie?
What do I got? My number 3 is the Cobra Scorpion. I just think it's a well put together little buggy. It's very cool. It's fuel injected V8.
Nice.
You know what I didn't do? I didn't talk to you guys about 1994.
Well, we'll do my number 3 so we're on the same page. Then we'll talk.
All right. Sorry, boys.
Oh, you're good.
It's my fault.
My number 3, I'll just get it out of the way, is the G.I. Joe Razor Blade.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a bad little vehicle.
I just, like I said, yes, okay, yeah, we're caught up on the doctor talk.
Good work.
But if anybody wants to talk about it, just message me. I love it.
All right, so 19. I know nothing about it. 1994, according to Backtrack, Australia's
lay it on us.
20th century, thanks to Glenn Miller. A club-wielding assailant attacked the American figure skater Nancy Kerrigan during a practice session
I
at the
remember that.
Winter Olympics.
What?
Yep. Her arch rival, Tonya Harding, denied any involvement, but was later found involved in some way via her ex-husband Jeff Gillooly, was his name. Ayrton Senna died in a high-speed crash during the Grand Prix at Imola, in San Marino. 34-year-old Senna's Williams car spun off a curb and slammed into a concrete wall at 240 kilometers an hour, and he was killed instantly.
That'll do it.
That'll do it.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Kurt Cobain sadly took his own life. Died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. It's pretty sad. The O.J. Simpson episode occurred.
I watched that on TV at McDonald's.
Yeah, a fleet of TV news helicopters gave chase as O.J., driven in a white Ford Bronco, tried to shake off the law. Thousands lined the streets to watch the chase, while 95 million Americans tuned in live on television.
I was working that night whenever it happened.
That is unbelievable. Have you guys heard of Ivan Milat from Australia? He was a monster who killed a number of backpackers in the Belangolo State Forest in New South Wales. He started his rampage in 1994. Crazy stuff. Some songs. Doggy Dog World. Love Is All Around. 1994 was a bit strange for music by the looks of it. Some movies that came out. Forrest Gump. The Lion King, Pulp Fiction, Speed, and from my neck of the woods, Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
Remember that?
ER and Chicago Hope were massive on television, as was Friends, just started up. And some people that we lost in 1994. John Candy, old Uncle Buck, he passed away at the age of 44. Jackie O, Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis, passed away in 1994, as did actor Burt Lancaster. So that was 1994.
I would say the only movie that you mentioned that was good was Pulp Fiction. Forrest Gump's horrible.
I can't do John Travolta movies. Can't do them. No. Mm-mm. I'm not a big John Travolta or Sam Jackson fan.
Samuel L. Jackson made that movie. He was awesome.
Bruce Willis made that movie.
Yeah. In 1994, my wife was 8 years old, so she loved The Lion King.
My granddaughter will sit there and watch The Lion King over and over again. And if you try to put your hand in front of her face, she'll move around your hand. She's just mesmerized.
So all those movies except for Pulp Fiction, my wife and I went and watched while we was on dates.
Oh. I was 12 years old.
Yes, he is. The only John Travolta movies I liked was Grease. But I was like 3. I didn't know any better. 3 or 4.
Yeah. Grease, not to get off subject, but it has a song Summer Lovin', right?
Yeah.
All right. That is a great song covered by the Vandals. Check that out.
I'll have to check that out.
It's really good.
No worries. Easy.
So,
back to vehicles, hey?
Yes, sir. Yep. Vehicles. Yeehaw. My
You're
number
just
2.
owning that, aren't you?
Yes, I am. I think that's the coolest thing you've ever done for me. That, I have very few friends. And everybody that's in the chat and I consider my friends. And Foot.
And welcome another friend, Foot.
Yeah. And, whenever somebody does something, even if it's silly like that for me, man, it just makes my heart full. I mean, I'm not used to people being nice to me, I guess. I mean, it sounds crazy, but, you all are good people. So
Cheers,
I want to get mushy. I want to say I thank God for you all. Y'all are good people. So,
cheers, brother.
Anywho.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, back at the pit. My number 2 is the Blockbuster.
Oh yeah. Have you seen that thing in the flesh? Is it big?
I don't know.
I've never seen it, but it looks big. Yeah.
Yes, we are, Campbell. We are a G.I. Joe family.
It sort of reminds me of a snowcat, doesn't it?
Yeah, it just looks like something just plow. It looks like something from an Armageddon thing. Love you all too, Foot. Y'all are awesome.
Oh, someone's dog's not happy.
She's whining for a treat. She knows if she keeps whining, I'll give her one. She's just got to wait till after.
That's fair.
So Foot showed me something last week I've got to try now. He showed me a espresso drink that he makes that looks like it would just blow the socks off of me. It's a double shot espresso with a twist of something and whatever, and it looked amazing. I've never had espresso, so it'd probably kill me. But anyhow, meanwhile,
my number 2 is the razor blade, and
it kind of looks cool.
It does. I actually had one of these and sold it. I don't know why I did sell it. I can tell you why. It was shortly after I got into collecting, and I didn't really realize the significance of what I had. I got good money for him, but it would have been nice to keep him in hindsight. It's just, it's very cool. The fact you can attach it to a string and watch it fly across the room.
I was going to ask if it had that feature.
Yep.
I thought it did.
Yeah, it does. It's very cool. Razor blade was number 2 for me.
Number 2 for me is the Blockbuster. Just looks cool. It was an easy pick for number 2, honestly, with the 4 or 5 choices we had to go from.
Yeah.
Now, if you put the Blockbuster in a different color, I think it'd be a lot better instead of just white.
Well, didn't they have it in a different color, and it was a different vehicle that shot out those red missiles?
I don't know.
Sure.
Like a couple years earlier, maybe. I mean, I could be wrong. It could just kind of look like it, but I don't have many vehicles from these time.
It looked like it to me. It looked like a futuristic APC. So, my number 1,
shoot,
Blockbuster or the razor blade. Sorry,
razor blade, beautiful.
Yeah.
Sweet.
It looks cool. It looks like a quick response helicopter thing. It reminds me, is it the Grasshopper? That one little helicopter that they came out with?
Maybe a Locust?
Yeah,
Locust.
I was close.
Yep.
I have that.
I was close. It reminds me of a Locust.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. So.
Number 1 for me was the Manta Ray.
And you know, I like little vehicles. If I like a vehicle, I like a little one. The fact that this was inflatable was something unique to the rest of the line. Yeah. So,
an inflatable sort of a feature there was pretty cool. So,
I've seen videos where people have tried to blow it up, like
inflate. Why would you do that? That's not very nice. Like, as in blow it up or just inflate it?
Inflate it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it's very hard once you get it full to get the stopper in before it deflates.
Yeah.
So it is. Yeah.
There's no check valve in that valve where you put the air in.
It would have cost a little bit more then.
Yeah.
So my number 1 is a Cobra Scorpion.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I have to go Cobra. You know that.
Yeah.
Why not?
Well, I couldn't. Only two I knew that were Joe's were the Manta Ray and the Razor Blade. I don't know about the Blockbuster. I don't know if it's a Cobra or Joe vehicle.
It's Joe. Comes with wind chill.
Okay, because to me, at this point, like in the 80s,
I'd love to know who Duke is. That's because Duke's very funny.
Duke, you are no Saturday Night Fever, but anyway, maybe a fever or a fever like infection that needs to be cut out. But sorry, like in the 80s, you could literally look at a vehicle and tell if it's Joe or Cobra. Yeah, the Blockbuster.
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
Yeah. But like looking at the ferret here, Cobra Blue.
Just imagine Campbell tinkering around in one of his sheds.
See, I thought about that, and I could see that.
Yeah.
But like, if you look at like the Stingray or the ferret here, or even like
Stingray or a ferret,
the ferret, or even like the Buzzboar, that looks evil, and you know that's a Cobra vehicle. And then in the 90s, for some reason, it's just like they threw them out there without even thinking about it. Yeah. To me, you can't tell which apart. You should be able to look at that and be like, well, that's a Cobra and that's a Joe vehicle, or that's October Guard, or that's a Tarsus. So a TARDIS.
A phone box.
Yeah.
Which isn't a phone box. It's a police box.
Yeah.
And it's bigger on the inside. Don't forget that. Bigger on the inside.
Is that the one that Charlie and Willy Wonka got into and it flew off? Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Nice.
So, on the figures.
Yeah, sure.
Dun, dun, dun. My number 5. And if I see this, I will get it. I prefer to have it on unopened. But if I see it open and complete, I will buy it. Action Sailor.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yep.
That's
one that I don't have.
Still a big kid, James, hooked me up with the Action Soldier. Or no, the Action Pilot for Christmas. And it's in the box still. Yes. And it's really cool because it's like a throwback to the 12-inch Joes.
Yep. Yep.
And I love that. So that's my number 5, Action Sailor.
It's very cool.
Is that actually what it's called, Action Sailor?
Yes, it is.
Yep. It comes in an orange wetsuit.
Scuba gear, face mask.
Scuba gear. Yeah. Looks like it's got
fins.
Tree there. It's got like some sort of maybe surfboard. It's got wetsuit's little torch. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I see it now. Still wouldn't have made my top 5.
Well, compared to the rest, what I had to choose from.
I didn't pick the Action Sailor in my 5 because I've got another figure that is a pretty good stand-in for him. But we'll get to that later. Yeah.
Me too.
I just wanted to put forward a couple of honorable mentions before I do my number 5.
Sure. Lay it on us.
And these are honorable mentions because I don't have them yet. And when I have them, I'm sure they'll rocket into the number 5. But I really want a Cobra Black Star. And I really want that Techno Viper as well. I think the Techno Viper would be particularly difficult to come across because that was included with one of those armor bot vehicles. But that Techno Viper and the Cobra Black Star, 2 figures that were honorable mentions for me. But my number 5 is this dude. It's Metalhead.
Nice.
Yeah. And I love Metalhead because he's a smiling Joe. And there's not many Joes that have a nice smile on his face. and Metalhead is one of them. And the good thing
he
about this Metalhead,
isn't he a Iron Grenadier character?
Yeah.
No, he's not Joe.
But we always called figures Joes.
yeah. So he's very cool. I've got all his accessories here somewhere. So that's my number 5. Bang, 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 bang. Metalhead.
Yep.
So my number 5.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, did you give your number 5 already?
Yeah,
or is that an honorable mention? Okay.
No, that's number 5.
I was trying to read the list to make sure I had the right names because there's like name, then something else. But my number 5 is the Battle Corps Beachhead.
Oh yeah. So, this little guy.
He's got the yellow vest. Yeah.
Cool.
That would be number 5 for me.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
I believe Foot 1212 did a custom of him in different colors. It is just pops.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, Ronnie. Go to the JoeCon, Joe Fest. You can find that Black Star figure.
Don't start that.
That wasn't me.
Oh.
Yes, he is. But it's a great idea, but it's just icky.
Yeah.
So my number 4.
Shoot.
Pew! Action Pilot.
Oh yeah, I just had him out. He's very cool. There he is.
Yeah, I have him, and it's a really cool figure. That's the one that James sent me, and I'm not going to open him. I'm going to display him in the box because that is such a great package.
Yeah.
If I can find 2, if I can find an open one, I'll buy him. He'll be mine. And you can probably see what direction my list is going.
There's 5 of them. Yeah, all right. Okay.
There you go,
Number
Ronnie.
4. Number 4 for me. Oh yeah, Kiwi. You don't know how lucky you are, mate. Because I reckon you got a Toxo zombie in that same lot from your work, mate. So you picked up some really good stuff. I'm very jealous.
I'm wanting to get a Toxu zombie.
Yeah. And hard to come by.
I got the 4-inch modern. They're pretty cool.
Yeah. I just have a modern zombie. I don't know if it's a Toxu zombie or not.
I got a bunch of Walking Dead zombies.
Yeah.
But I've got a 1994 Lifeline here with the original Lifelines accessories. He's pretty cool.
That is cool.
My number 4, this guy, the Viper. So obviously hard to top the 1986 Viper, but this is still one of my favorite figures. It was actually in my purple video that I released the other day.
Yeah.
So,
I like that.
check it. Check
If they would do that in different colors, like the original Viper's colors, that would be pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, black and red. Be unreal.
Yeah.
Be unreal.
That'd be tighter than bark on a tree.
Yeah.
You know,
but it
I
was
will
1990.
say, I have to say that seeing them in hand, like you showing them off, looks better than looking at them on my phone.
Yeah. Same.
Fair enough.
I don't know what it is, but that stands out to where on here, I was like,
On paper, it doesn't have life. You're bringing it to living color.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah. He got 2 Toxo zombies.
Oh. I might have to trade Campbell. There's something in that lot that you like the look of that I picked up.
Campbell, I'll shoot you a flag for one of them zombies.
Just sail it across.
Lil
That
says
would be
seen
cool.
a awesome custom of that Viper, desert camo.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
I have an idea for a Python Patrol figure. If somebody could pull the custom paint off, I can't do it. It's beyond me. Timber Rattler collars. That in the little, you know how they have the diamonds on the Python Patrol?
Yep.
Instead of the Python Patrol collars, have the different diamonds as a different color of like a timber viper or a timber rattler.
Cool.
But they can call them the pit vipers. Anyhow.
Are we ready for my number 4?
Absolutely. Fire away.
Cobra Black Star.
Nice. Yeah.
I think it looks cool.
It does. Absolutely.
If I found one, I would buy it.
I'll have to look at that.
Depending on price.
Yeah, there it is. It's in the middle there.
Yeah.
The black and yellow?
Yeah. That's it.
Okay.
That's very cool.
So,
There's all these people in the chat saying they've got one. I'm so jealous.
my number 3
Mhm.
is the Action Fighter Pilot. That's cool.
Right. So the blue suit one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see that.
But again, this is just stuff that I seen it as stuff I'm naturally attracted to. And it's actually on my to get list now.
Right.
So that is my number 3.
Now, are you getting the classifieds? All the action stuff they're doing?
No, I don't have
No.
room for the 6-inch. I would like to.
They look good.
Yeah. If they came out and started dropping Adventure Team stuff, yeah.
How cool would that be?
Yeah. We need to do a show on that. The stuff we like to see them do classified on Adventure Team. I've got notes.
Let's say the 3 of us and Matt do it, right?
Uh-huh.
We don't buy classifieds, so I mean, do they really want our opinions?
Right. Well, I'm just saying if
I think it's funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I shouldn't say I don't buy classifieds. I did get an Iron Grenadier thanks to you.
Yeah.
Because he's amazing.
And I'm not saying that I don't buy classifieds, but if they put something out that I like,
right,
I'll get it. Like the new Flint that I seen looks amazing. And the Crystal Ball I seen looks pretty doggone good. The test shots of the Crystal Ball, I like it. I like goofy stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want those 4-inch figures. What is that line? I can't never find them. G.I. Joe. It's not Haya.
The Haya G.I. Joe.
Yeah, the Haya G.I. Joes. I think they look amazing.
I was talking
like scaled down classified.
Yeah. I was talking to somebody and they said the Flint is absolute garbage out of it.
I don't know, man. I'd be willing to try it because it looks pretty good. That and the Televiper. Did they just show some Televiper? I love the Televiper. I would give that a shot.
I guess
I cannot find them anywhere.
let me talk to somebody and I can get you a link for that for them.
Cool.
My number 3, lads.
Yes, sir.
Shipwreck.
That's a cool shipwreck.
Yeah, it's a very cool shipwreck. I've got him complete. His flippers are in the cupboard here somewhere. See you later, Phil.
See you, Phil.
Have a good day,
Be
Phil.
safe.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Domo arigato.
So yeah, this shipwreck is awesome. That's why I didn't have the action sailor on my list. Because this is just, and probably Yeah, definitely one of the better figures from 1994. But not quite in my top not top 2. It's in my top 3.
Yeah, my number 3 is, I'm not sure what version it is, but just going off of looking at it, is the Snake Eyes. It doesn't. Yeah. I don't know much about it, but as just going off the list, it would be my number 3.
Okay.
You put him in water and he turns translucent.
Yeah.
Domo
arigato.
Domo arigato. I probably butchered that really bad.
No, you did great.
Because what I'm wanting to say next is Domo arigato miso roboto.
That Snake Eyes was like a grey and purple color.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
There it is. There.
It's Shadow Force. You put them in cold water and they turn like a translucent look.
Okay. Well, is it cold water or they glow in the dark?
It's cold water.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a glow in the dark.
Okay. Those things would break when you just looked at them that way.
I think so.
Yeah.
You look at them cross-eyed and they fall apart. So, my number 2, it's a 5-pack. It's the 30th anniversary 5-pack. It has the Action Marine, the Action Soldier, Action Pilot version 2, the Action Pilot Astronaut, and the Action Sailor version 2. In case he's like, yep, you're going down a rabbit hole.
As a person who knows about rabbit holes, yes, you are going down a rabbit hole.
It screams at me. It screams, throw your money at me right now.
I actually can't believe you didn't look at any of the other figures, Eric.
I did, but I looked at him and was like, ugh.
That is rough. That is rough.
I was like, ugh, what is this? And I scrolled down and I seen the rest of them. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. And
what's your
number
2? Yep.
You guys ready to be shocked?
Yes.
My number 2 is this guy.
Ice Cream Soldier. Casey's shaking.
Ice Cream Soldier. 100%.
I've got no hate for that figure. I mean, I think G.I. Joe went in a direction where they're like, hey, let's be ridiculous.
Yeah.
And they accomplished it.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's a bad figure.
It's not.
For what it's, for the year.
Yeah. It's like the Neon Doom Soldier.
Yeah.
I love him.
I'm not big on neon, but I've seen some painted up that are pretty tight.
Yeah, he's so cool. Have you seen the red version that came out in the later 90s?
No.
I've got it here, I reckon. Give me a sec. I'll get it out. You guys talk quietly.
So, like, the Ice Cream Soldier, he's supposed to be a flamethrower trooper, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
So his accessories don't match him to me. He's kind of wide.
There's the red one.
Okay, that looks better.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very cool. So that was released under a different name, I think. Yeah, some sort of Viper, I reckon. So it became a Cobra figure.
Yeah. He would have been a better Cobra figure, I think.
Possibly.
In the red.
Someone in the chat, tell us what that was called. What's that called? I've forgotten. Whoa.
All right, so my number 2 is the Shipwreck Navy SEAL. Now, it's the only figure I have bought from 94.
Really?
But I bought it as a gift for Matt because Shipwreck's his favorite character. I haven't come across another one yet, or else I'd have it. I think it's a cool figure.
It is indeed.
I had it in a 2-pack with a character, character that came out in the early 2000s called Sidetrack, and it's not the redo of oh shoot,
Ambush.
It's not the redo of Ambush. It's a completely different character. But I got it at Winterfest last year, and I think the one I got's in all black, and I traded it off to somebody for something or other. I can't remember, but I got something pretty cool out of it, I think. I can't remember. Oh, Lord. My memory sucks.
Yeah.
I hope, yeah. I know I did because I traded to Alpha One Customs for creations. And yeah, that would be good.
Yep.
Get a little scuba set for Polly.
Jingle bells, jingle bells.
That was awesome.
It was good fun, wasn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're ready for our number ones.
Yes.
1994.
My number one. And as y'all seen, I'm going down a certain path here. My number one is a mail order G.I. Joe of Joe Colton. It looked. You have it? Oh my gosh. Yes. That is really cool. It's like they took the 12-inch and shrunk it down into the Lord scale, 3 3/4.
He's actually my number one as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I just thought it was a really good way to bookend the line. So whoever at Hasbro had the foresight to bring this out in the, I suppose, the dying throes of G.I. Joe, Real American Hero, was an absolute genius. The figure itself is a bit weird. I mean, the shoulders look a bit strange. Maybe the hat doesn't sit quite right, but other than that, he's just he's really cool. Love him. Really love him.
That's why the Action Marine didn't make my list, because the way his torso's made is the shoulders are way down. Or his arms are way down compared to where his torso shoulders are.
Yeah.
But it's still a great figure. I'm not going to knock it for that. It's got great colors.
Question for you, Ronnie.
Is that the first release or the later release? I didn't know there was two different ones.
I didn't either. I just seen that as the mail order, and I was like, great oogly moogly, I got to get that. The astronaut's really cool.
Now, do we all three have the same number one? No.
Wah, wah, wah.
I went with the Navy Frogman, the One Reason Black. That's my number one. I saw that one and immediately said I will try to find that starting at Winterfest, but it may carry on to Joe Fest. But I will have it this year.
Yeah.
Cool.
Winterfest is kind of up in the air for me right now. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it or not, but if I make it to Winterfest, I'm going to be looking for these.
Yeah, when I go, I think me and Mass just going down for the day. We're not going to be spending the night.
Yeah. See, if I go, I'll have to spend the night somewhere.
Matt Noon, you are a legend, mate. Look how many snowstorms I've got. I've got a whole snowstorm army. Not the silver one from '94, but yeah, I've got a whole army. This is the army that you never knew you needed. Get around it.
So Lilith wants to know what's on the belt buckle for that Joe Colton.
A couple of grenades.
Two variants. Here's what.
All right. Yep. No, don't know. It looks like a backwards K on the belt buckle.
Huh.
Yeah. So
we learn something new every day.
Challenge accepted.
Yep.
It's a backwards K.
Thanks, Lilith. Thanks for pointing that out.
Well, this ends our series of 82 to 94. Not sure what's next. So we got a few show ideas from people, and we'll take show ideas. We only have one disclaimer. You give us an idea, you're on the show with us that time.
Yep.
So we would honestly love to have everyone in the chat on the show at one point.
Yeah,
because you're not just people in the chat, you're our friends.
Not just your friends, your family.
That's right. G.I. Joe family.
Yeah.
And we'll always take Ronnie on whenever he wants to come.
Yeah.
I don't want to assume. I don't want to intrude. I'm always available because not much is happening at midnight on a Saturday. So if you need someone, yell out. I'll be here.
Oh,
I would never presume.
You are always welcome on here, big man.
Okay.
That is right. You're like the unofficial fourth member.
Yeah.
Anytime you want to come on.
Yeah.
But I do have this book, and it goes past 94 with some overlays.
Really?
Yes.
Fair dinkum. What's in there?
A bunch of stuff.
Is this
3D
one in there?
Joe's has a section for like 95 and 96 as well.
I'm not sure what year he is.
Maybe 97. No one in the chat could tell me what that was called.
I'll have to look here directly.
I'm looking at 97. Show me one more time. Oh. Here we go. Podcast from the Blue Box. That's a good one. And no Battle Corp Stalker on your list. No? Not yet.
He's actually in that lot that I picked up today. So I'll be the proud owner of one of those tomorrow.
Nice.
So I'll get back to you, Tuzzy. I like this guy as well. Flint was good.
Thanks for staying up, Kiwi. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Campbell.
Sci-fi. That was a good version of sci-fi.
I have that sci-fi, but it's it came from India.
Here we got a suggestion. Instead of top 5 figures, we got 11 to 6. Don't put it past us.
Yeah.
Yep.
One thing I thought of.
That means Wes is going to be on 16 shows.
Yeah. So one thing I thought about is a top 10 figures from 82 to 94.
Overall.
Yeah, and then a top 10 of vehicles from vehicles and playsets from 82 to 94.
Yeah.
I haven't come across that figure yet. It wasn't 97, but did you know they made them with keychains? Figures with keychains?
Yes. Yeah.
I did not know that. And I've had this book for years.
Some action soldiers came with those.
See?
Yep.
Casey's looking down.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it comes out, so you can pull it out.
Oh, it comes out.
It's exactly. Yeah, it goes in.
That's
it
cool.
Just comes out. It's like a backpack, so it's exactly the same figure. Just
and I also this is up to 2004 already. I'm looking at 2005, 2006, but I would like at some point to start with the modern scale.
Yeah.
The 4-inch.
Yep.
I think that would be fun. And I know Kavanaugh, he does books on them, rank and file. But I'd like to see about a website. Are they on 3D Joe's? Do you think?
I don't think so. I'll have to check. They may be on
they're on YoJo. They're on YoJo.
YoJo, yeah.
YoJo.
If you're gonna go 4-inch, get a hold of my mate Sharky. He can definitely help you with that. That's his jam.
Yeah, I've got a ton. I'm all over the place. You know what I mean? When I started getting Joe's, I was like, oh, the O-rings from when I was a kid. Oh, these 4-inch are really cool. Hey, look, Classified just came out. And I'm just like.
And then, like, for me, there for a while, whenever I first started getting back into them, I was just strictly the modern. Like, one of my favorite moderns is the Tunnel Rat that came out in the 4-inch.
Yeah.
And then the bats. The bats are amazing in 4-inch.
Yes, they are.
And one my favorite 4-inch Cobra Commander is the ultimate one that has the 2 heads, the hooded and the helmet head. And he comes with the helicopter backpack. Oh, sorry.
I like the Resolute one.
Yeah. And then the camoed Storm Shadow, version 2 Storm Shadow. I'm sitting here looking at it.
Yeah.
So, and I have a Resolute Beachhead if you need one.
Oh, I might. I'll have to check.
So.
Oh, here we go. Joe Hunter 73 says, before we go, smash that like button. I appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, you know, I love getting the likes. I love getting subs. But this is what I love doing. I love just talking with my friends. So if we never even hit the 250, I'm fine. It's not going to change how I do things. It's just, you know, it's just nice when people like what you do.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So,
just having fun.
Yep.
I'm the same.
Yeah. That being said, everybody subscribe to Ronnie. The show's great.
Yep.
Subscribe to Ronnie and Shark Eyes.
Yes. There's so many people out there doing great shows.
Yep.
I need to update our YouTube where you can link other shows that you like.
Yep, the description.
So, yeah, so I need to do that if there's enough room to put all the shows I like.
Yeah.
Anybody got anything they want to say before we get out of here?
Good.
All right.
I want to plug one more show. Black Genghis.
Oh
yeah.
He does a great job. And so he's getting started, isn't he? Or has he been going for a while?
He's been going for a minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just found him, so I'm just trying to.
He's a good dude, KJ.
Yeah. We did that Toy Connections with them the other day.
Yeah.
Topic idea: Hydro Viper helmet on or off?
Definitely on. It shouldn't even be a helmet. It should
be molded.
Yeah, it should just be his actual head. He should be a creature. They missed the mark. They could have made him into that creature from Action Force from
Kraken.
Shoot. Yes, they could have done an O-ring version of Kraken with him. He's got the webbed hand, everything. He's right there. And if I ever get a complete one, that's going to happen. If my hands get old out.
All right, everybody. It's been great. We will be back next week with some kind of show.
Yep.
We'll have details up by Thursday.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Take care, and thank you so much for being here.